Oh, yes.
Yes.
It is cooling off.
Significantly, and getting much windier.
So I was actually thinking about YouTube because I was thinking about Patrick, and we sat down and we talked to him about starting a YouTube channel. And I'm not saying that, you know, he's not going to do it, but I do think that it takes a special kind of person to do it. And that person, also in relation to listening to a little bit of what Kelly Stamps had to say yesterday on a variety of different channels and videos, is they're not going to come up to you and ask you how.
They're just gonna do it.
They're gonna already have done it.
Yeah.
They're not gonna come up to you and ask you how. They're not going to tell you that they've been thinking about it 99% of the time. There is that 1% that plans everything to the T beforehand, and you know, they want to get as much information as possible. But 99% of people, they've already taken the plunge. They already have a channel, and maybe they've already experienced some level of success, and now they're trying to learn more and grow. But there's a big problem here. It's a big but.
That's normally a good thing, though.
Big old butt.
Big old butt.
But the problem is, and I don't want to put anybody on blast, but it's just something that I see, I notice. It's one of those things, like once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Gotta get the sand off before we go into our own apartment.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And there's a YouTuber with a channel, and the weather reminded me of him as well, because I think Palm Beach area, Boynton Beach area is probably getting hit with some high winds and possible tornadoes. Oh, you gotta go do your thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna go do some stuff and try not to get sand everywhere.
Try. We're gonna get ready for this live stream at 5. And having watched some other YouTubers and really needing to take my own advice, because this video is designed for YouTubers, past, present, future, and the theory behind YouTube and the strategies and principles that we can deploy and align ourselves with in order to have the most success possible. So this YouTuber is actually, the reason why I've seen this video or his videos is because Chris Igo mentioned him to me, because they know each other. And he recently, a month ago, experienced some extreme viral growth and pops. His channel now has 14,900 or 14.9 thousand subscribers. And a month ago, you know, prior to, he was getting anywhere from 400 to 2,000 views. And a breakout video, brought him 953,000 views. Following that, 151,000 views. And following that, 22,000 views. After that, 15,000 views. And then we're back to kind of where things were before, with 518 views, 391 views, 687 views as recent as a day ago. Keller Williams' agent, Palm Beach's Paul, and his videos that really just popped and exploded. You can see that there's a similar theme here. It's the fire. It's the home looks like it's engulfed in fire. And you got the condo crisis, HOA hell, blacklisted. So yeah. Now, this is important because the views have since declined drastically, which would then make you wonder, is he doing something wrong, or did he do something really right? Or is this just normal and there was an anomaly and we shouldn't even really concern ourselves and worry about it? Well, it all depends on really and truly what your goal is. And we've got another resident expert here, Nate Black, and he is a YouTube coach, consultant, former face of channel makers which that whole thing blew up. And I got my thoughts and opinions on that, but it is what it is. Water under the bridge. What are you going to do now? So Nate Black, put up this video, and I'm trying to find it so I can show you guys because it was very inspiring. And it was this video of the best niche is how to pick the YouTube niche most likely to explode. I don't know if you guys can see that thumbnail there. The best niche is, I'm sorry, I'm in your way.
No, you're good.
Plus top niche ideas for 2024. Now, at the end of this video, if you haven't seen it, I would say go check it out because it really kind of comes together full circle. And he's doing this top-down view that you may recognize if you've seen it before from channel makers. And on this top-down view, he's got the purpose of your channel, whether it be goals, skills and expertise, already doing, do better, and happy. And I think this is right on time because ultimately right now, I am probably in the middle. Now that I look at it, I'm in the middle because I'm using my skills and expertise in YouTube, in content creation, in social media, in marketing and advertising, in public speaking, and everything that you'll see on my channel, tied in with what I'm already doing, which is just that, YouTube, that I want to do better and want others to do better as well, with my goal being to be happy. So I literally fall in the middle of his chart here, which it really just dawned on me just seconds ago. But most importantly, in order to pull that off and achieve that, primarily the goal and happiness is I have to engage in conversation with those who I would want to engage in conversation with. And therefore, I can't hide behind a misleading title or a thumbnail that ultimately will possibly bring in YouTubers and creators and entrepreneurs and self-starters, but maybe bring them in with a negative attitude and opinion about the discussion that's about to be had. Therefore, the message gets lost. The goal does not include income, revenue, profit. So with that out the window, it's literally just the objective is to reach the intended audience, which goes back to where we started. If you're asking how to start a YouTube channel or telling someone like Kelly Stamps while she's trying to eat her meal that you were thinking about starting a YouTube channel, then you're going to need to determine and figure out who do you really want to talk to? Who is your target audience? Who are you expecting to reach and have conversations with? Okay, that's going to be most important. Otherwise, you may find yourself in a situation like Mr. Palm Beach Paul, who I believe did not realize who he was potentially talking to by going down the route of condo crisis and HOA hell and blacklisted, for which he then reverted back to 2024 forecast. Granted, Florida real estate crisis is in the title, but it's less dooming and less damning. Then he moves on to an $11.9 million home tour. And I can tell you guys right now, no one of the 953,000 viewers who cares about the condo crisis of the condo engulfed in flames is going to give a flying fuck about $11.9 million home tour, as they're essentially waiting for this HOA hell that you speak of and this blacklisted situation and scenario, followed by the Florida real estate crisis to ensue. Why would they care? They don't. Because you ultimately reach the target audience, which isn't necessarily the audience that you really want to talk to. Otherwise, you would continue talking to them. And instead, you've gone back to multi-million-dollar mansion home tours, some tips and strategies on moving, choosing the right moving company, informing your audience of a brand new city in Florida, and you're reaching the audience that you're supposed to connect with, plain and simple. But I can tell you guys this from firsthand experience. You go down that path of fire and brimstone and darkness and dark clouds and tornadoes and lightning bolts and fear, panic, anxiety, destruction, whatever you want to call it, you will find them and they will find you. What happens after that may change the direction of your channel and quite possibly you yourself personally, as you then become the content that you're creating rather than creating the content that is you. And I can tell you right now, the views are great, the money's good, but I'd much rather engage in these discussions and conversations with real people interested in real things that really matter to me. And I'm not saying that these other things don't matter, but real things that matter to me as I focus on my skills and expertise, things that I'm already doing, things that I want to do better and see others do better, my goals, and ultimately my happiness.